as far as places to stay, I think Colorado would definitely be a nice place to hang out during the summer at elevation, because it is much cooler. Now, yes, it's September now, so it is considerably cooler, but I still think that if I got to higher elevation, even in June, July, and August, that I would still be comfortable. So at this point, Colorado, thumbs up. What are you up to, buddy? Huh? What are you doing? Just hanging out? In the shade like me? Smart man.
Open minds in a cage, hungry hearts in a rage, glowing eyes in a daze, turning around in a hurry, hoping you will come along. I'm running as fast as I can, in a desperate need of a plan. It's the work of one little man. I'm fading out from the story. Am I a passionate man?
Like many I spoke with, I needed a little more than Gutted could provide. While I'd learned so much from those that I was fortunate enough to come into contact with, I'm typically solitary by nature. And now don't get me wrong, I can thrive in the right type of crowd, but given a choice, I would much prefer a secluded beach, backwood, or mountaintop hideaway. Zapata Falls actually provided just that. It's actually a waterfall that's located in the San Luis Valley near the base of the Sangre de Cristo mountain. And what it is just a waterfall that spills into a narrow rock canyon, and it provides a pretty awe-inspiring view of nature. It does require a four-wheel drive up the road, and, well, I will tell you this, it's definitely worth the effort. It's actually only about a half-mile hike to the waterfall from the campsite, so not bad. They say that it does require a four-wheel drive, but I didn't put my vehicle in four-wheel drive. I didn't have a need for it at all.
You may remember from a previous video that I was a bit disparaging against Colorado and Wyoming for that matter. And I did promise that I was going to go back and revisit the area and come with an open mind. I've made it back to Colorado. I've stayed just east of Alamosa for the last 5 nights. And now I'm just kind of wandering around and looking at different national park land in the area, including the Great Sand Dune National Park, which I'm going to head to in just a second. This is San Luis Lake, kind of on a loop of national parks in and around the east side of Alamosa, and plenty of places to stay. I think that it was because I was on the I-25 corridor and just west of Denver, so it's probably very heavily traveled, and more than likely there's a lot of people that don't necessarily take care of the parkland. So maybe they close it either certain parts of the year or on weekends or at night, don't allow overnight camping, whatever the case may be. I think I just hit a bad spot. And because I was on the road to a specific location, I didn't have a lot of time to research or read or travel around and try to find something for the night. I just figured that I would go ahead and keep on rolling on. And I'm still holding out my position on Wyoming for now. But Colorado, I do believe that I'm going to have to recant the statements that I made, the disparaging statements that I made, because if you get off the beaten path, there are a lot of national parks. In fact, I want to say that Colorado, as a state, has the most national parks than any other state.
As I heard this train approach and then pass, I was transported back to my childhood and the dream of living the life of a vagabond and the freedom that such a lifestyle would hold. And then it hit me. That's the exact opportunity that I have been presented with. And just like that, my time in Colorado had come to a close. Ironically, this time, I left her with a bit of nostalgia. The friends I had made and the information that I had gleaned over my 6-day stay in the San Luis Valley. As a result of Gutted, I was able to solidify my resolve to complete the build. As my grandmother would say, come hell or high water. Stay tuned for the build completion that is coming up in the next couple of episodes.
Are y'all jealous?
Hey, do y'all mind not taking a bath upwind of me? Y'all are like upwind of me. All y'all's feathers are kind of flowing this way. No? You gonna? Okay. Never mind.
Things turned around, didn't ever think they could. I'm done with the bad, I need a little bit of good. Settled in the world, like everything is new. Stepped on a path that led me straight to you. I was down, but things aren't looking up. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
Headed back to Texas, my mind was a whirlwind of activity in preparation for the build. My Uncle Gary and Aunt Sally had graciously offered their home and shop to accommodate my needs. To them, I am eternally grateful. And speaking of grateful, I can't thank my brother Lance, his wife Elizabeth, and their son Jacob enough. They gave me a refuge during a time that was arguably the most tumultuous of my life. As I've said more than once, 2020 would have been a difficult year for me, even if we had never experienced a worldwide pandemic. As always, my faith in God and being surrounded by family has pulled me through time and again. From previous videos, you may remember that I used a CAD to create the concept of my build, and the idea was clear in my head. One thing that has become abundantly clear to me over the years is that clear in my head can be chaos in someone else's. Trying to convey an idea, concept, or even an imperative can be very difficult at times. Add in a mix of stubborn, and it can become volatile. As they say, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, where I'm concerned. I come from it honestly. If anyone who knows the men in the Stoops family, then they would understand. Thankfully, Uncle Gary is an intelligent and patient man who worked with me to bring this plan to fruition. Considering his level of expertise, I couldn't have been more blessed, and Aunt Sally is an exceptional host. Having said that, I hope that you will all continue to follow on this journey. Please like, share, and comment. I wouldn't be as successful if it weren't for you, my viewers and supporters. Please know that I truly wish each of you all the best, always.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
All the best, always.
Wanna come down to the underground old school? Here's a shovel, can you dig it, fool? Can you dig it?